Welcome to the Social Bee podcast with your host, Louise Brogan. Every week, Louise will be bringing you a podcast all about women entrepreneurs, talking about their challenges, their goals, and inspiring you to either start your own business or grow the business you have. Visit www.socialbeeni.com to join our community and pick up some lovely freebies to start marketing your business online today.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Social Bee podcast. Today I am delighted to have, I think we've had a few Scottish people on before, but a very lovely friend of mine from Glasgow called Margaret Shenken. Margaret is the owner of Fuse-Fit, which is a fitness class with a bit of a difference. And Margaret and I actually went to university in Dundee many, many moons ago. So Margaret, welcome to the podcast.
Hi Louise, lovely to be here to chat.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you. Margaret, do you want to just really take a moment to tell everybody what your business is and what your products and services are?
Sure. So Fuse-Fit that you mentioned is a group fitness franchise, and it's a fitness class for women that I created in 2011, which is now a licensed franchise, and I train the trainers basically. So I train other fitness instructors to teach Fuse-Fit classes, and then they will take the license from me and go off and run that themselves. Ooh. And what's different about Fuse-Fit, I've always been keen on health and fitness, but I'm quick to say I'm not fanatical and I don't like anything extreme. And I've always loved dance fitness in particular. Mm-hmm. But I always found that there's two extremes, or there has been for a long time in the fitness market. You've got your, kill yourself classes at the top end, which are, well, for me, horrible to do, but you get good results. And then at the other end, you have your dance fitness classes, which are really enjoyable to do, but I always felt I never got results from them. So I always kind of did a combination of both. And I saw a gap in the market and thought, I am going to leave my career in law and create a group fitness class for women that's both fun, but it's results focused. And, that bit's kind of hidden.
So you just dropped a little comment in there, which we have to really dig into a little bit deeper. You left a career in law to do this?
I did, yes. Yes, I know. Quite a big change.
So tell me about that. So were you a solicitor? Or what were you?
Yeah, so I actually practiced for 10 years as a construction litigator. Mm-hmm. And I didn't dislike the law. There was a lot of it that I really loved. And the skills that it equipped me with have been really, really practical and phenomenal and useful in business. But once I had my first two children, I had a career break, and for a while I went into lecturing and lectured in the postgraduate diploma in legal practice.
Oh, wow.
And I think through that I realised that I really love helping people, mm-hmm. and I wasn't getting enough of that in the law. I always worked in really large corporate firms and didn't feel I had enough client contact. And so looking back, I probably would have been a bit more fulfilled if I'd worked in smaller high street firms, possibly in a different discipline as well, maybe mm-hmm. family law. Mm-hmm. But having said that, I'm very happy with where I've ended up. As I said before, I've always been really interested in health and nutrition and fitness and how it makes you feel more than anything else.
Yeah.
I've always been seen as a bit of a freak in my family. My sister always talks about when I was younger and I used to go out the back door and skip for 200 skips for no reason whatsoever. And so I've always had an interest. I've always done a lot of research into it, and it just seemed like a natural progression. So when I got pregnant with my third child, mm-hmm. I knew that I was going to leave the law, start my own fitness business, and I had over a number of years retrained with all the fitness and nutrition qualifications before then as well.
Oh, okay. So this is always something you were it was on the back burner maybe a little bit?
Yes. I'd thought about it for a long time before I actually took the plunge.
Yes. Whenever you started Was it initially, was it called Fuse-Fit from the start?
No. God, that's an interesting question because I've forgotten about this. So, I mean, it developed over a number of years. So it was first called Aerofusion.
Right.
And then after a while, I realised that the aero part, which was really for aerobics, had become a bit dated. Okay. And I just didn't like it. I'd actually, probably but with a stroke of luck, when I went to buy the name, it wasn't available. Mm-hmm. And initially I was really disappointed about that. And then actually I'm much happier with the end name that it ended up being.
Mm-hmm. But did you start out, so I love the idea that that you've got a franchise and you're licensing franchisees.
Yes.
Was that a goal from the start, or did you think, I'm going to create a class and hold it locally?
No, the fitness franchise was the goal from day one. I think, as I said, there's a lot about law I enjoyed. It was really long hours, and there was also a part of me that thought, if I'm going to work these crazy hours, I'd like to do it building something for myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't see going into health and fitness as, just creating a job. I was attracted to it because I could build my work around my family and my children. Mm-hmm. But also, I wanted to create something and have a really big goal. I really like a challenge. Mm-hmm. And I think also when you've worked in that kind of environment, then you need to create big challenges for yourself.
Yes.
So right from day one, I decided that I wanted to create something that was similar to, like Zumba, the Zumba franchise. Mm-hmm. So yes, that was a goal right from day one.
Brilliant. So tell me, this has to be where your skills in the law come in so handy. How does for people who are listening who don't really know anything about franchises, how does it actually work? So if I'm a fitness instructor in Dundee, if I set my own classes, is it normal for me to become a franchisee of something else, or what ways it work?
Yeah. So basically, I think a lot of people find franchise quite a scary concept, and it's actually a licensed model rather than a franchise, but it's the same kind of structure. It's just,
I don't know the difference between that, Margaret.
Right, there isn't much of a difference, to be honest, Louise. But what happens is, as an instructor would come and do a one-day training course with me or another trainer, and that can be done live in person, or we're about to put all our training online as well. So you could actually book and do the training online. Okay. And we wouldn't accept everybody to do that. They would have to, fit the bill, because some people would be better doing it live. Mm-hmm. Then after you've done that one-day training, you become a qualified Fuse-Fit instructor, or you might get a referral and you have to go away and practice a bit more and submit videos of you teaching, or do a live teaching class with me. Mm-hmm. And then hopefully ultimately you then would pass and become a fully qualified Fuse-Fit instructor. After that, you would pay a monthly license fee to Fuse-Fit to receive, the main thing you get for that is a quarterly programme release.
Okay.
So that's basically a full 1 hour new class to teach every quarter.
Yes.
And you get video downloads of the choreography, you would get all of the music, and our music's always original artist, mostly, current chart music or some throwbacks. Mm-hmm. And the full 1 hour of music is pre-prepared for you as a download. So some brands would get their instructors to do a bit of sort of music mixing and DJ work themselves, but we decided we wanted to just give the whole package to our instructors to be ready to learn and go.
Yes.
Because most instructors now teach many different brands, and we found, they don't have time to sit and play about with choreography and music themselves. Uh-huh. So when I did my research in the early days, I decided I just wanted to make it as easy as possible for them. So they get the music, they get the video downloads, they also get notes to follow, and we provide them with tools to make it easier. Like there's a one-page sheet that they can use for reference the first week or so of class when they're not quite sure if they know it 100%. And they also get weekly support if they need it from us, help with how to market their class. And the other thing we provide is support with growing their customers and retaining their customers.
And how do you, is that support, is that like in like an online forum, or how does that work?
Yeah, we're just available for them. We set up groups for instructors to support each other as well, or they can contact us by email or, text or phone during the week.
Yes.
Because I find that, a lot of the problem is, it's no different in fitness to any other industry, is, you get people that are excellent at their job, but they maybe don't have the experience on the marketing front.
Yes.
And they could be delivering an amazing fitness class, and they don't know why their customers aren't coming or aren't coming back. And we can provide them with templates even of how to advertise your classes on your local closed Facebook group, for example. And because I knew I was doing this right from day one, I kept a record of everything that I did and how I grew my audience and how I kept them. Brilliant. So that could be passed on to other instructors.
And how does the revenue model work for you? So do they pay? I'm assuming that they pay for the training and the qualification, and then you've got your monthly fee.
Yes, and that's it. So, like most things in fitness, it's a volume-based business. It's really not profitable until you have a very, very high volume.
Yeah. And how many people do you have licensees at the minute?
At the moment, we've got probably about 50. And there's a lot that are about to do the online training course as well, because we did a lot of fitness trade shows all over the UK last year with some European funding that we received, and we just haven't got enough people to deliver courses to everyone, because they're so what's the word I'm looking for? Dispersed throughout the country in different areas.
Yeah.
And so this is why we've arrived at creating an online training course, so that we can serve those people that are maybe not close to one of the major cities.
Yes, that's brilliant. So are they all over the UK then?
They're all over the UK, yeah. I've run a training course down in London. I've got a girl that's delivering Fuse-Fit on cruise ships.
Wow.
I've got another woman who came to a Glasgow training course a few months ago, and she's about to launch classes in Spain. Brilliant. So that's really exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm in talks as well with people out in Dubai, because it's a really good fit for the United Arab Emirates, because it's generally, although we don't exclude men, it's really focused on women.
Yes. That's brilliant. Oh my goodness, this time next year you'll be global.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed.
Why not?
So what's quite exciting is I find what I really love about working for myself is when I look back at my CV, I realise I've changed what I've done every 2 years. Like literally every 2 years I have changed what I've done. And I seem to have a 2-year, I wouldn't say attention span, but I seem to get fed up every 2 years. Yes. I need something new, and I need a fresh challenge. So kind of having recognised that, I tend to mix things up every 2 years. And now that we're moving towards the online training with Fuse-Fit, my plan for 2019 is I'm actually taking a bit of a step back, and I'm going to be delegating a lot of Fuse-Fit, because it can almost run itself now with other people working for me.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
And I'm going to be going back to serving, the actual end customer again. Because, well, you might have seen I recently did a TEDx talk.
Yes. And
it was called...
Well done.
Thank you. It was a fantastic experience. Again, I needed a new challenge, and it was on my list, of things I wanted to do. I'd like to say I've got a vision board, but I don't, and I never have. But it was certainly on my goal list, and I had an eye out, and the opportunity came up, and it was absolutely amazing. Really great experience. I'd recommend it to anyone. But it was a great learning experience for me, because as I wrote the talk, I realised I'd moved a bit away from what my real passion is. And the talk's called What If I Don't Know What My Passion Is, because I hadn't discovered it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I realised I'm really proud of Fuse-Fit and what I've created. But what I really love is working with the end customer, the woman who want to get fit and healthy and more confident and better mental health and performance, etc.